Hi guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a video in ages, in a very long time, to do with my hair or anything. I haven't done that in a very long time, but I thought it would be a good idea to do one regarding my hair transplant, so big forehead and all that. And YouTube has been very helpful to provide some context on what to expect and how it will go down really. So I think I'll put their links, the two ladies that I watched their videos on it. They did theirs with the company Longevita as well, just the same as I did as well. So a quick background to why I decided to do this, to go for it, is that I didn't realize that this was even possible. So I've tried different types of remedies. So the oils, the creams, what else? Lots of creams and oils, a lot of things really that I've tried on over the years and nothing worked. I even tried minoxidil as well, and I did give that a good go actually. I was quite patient, and I'm not a very patient person for certain things anyway. Minoxidil worked. I had a bit of like a baby hair coming in, but it took too long, and I just realized that I didn't want to have to do this for the rest of my life. I just couldn't. So the main reason why I had a really bad hairline, I think I didn't have the best hairline to begin with anyway. And secondly, I think during the time when people were doing lace wigs and things like that, so I went to an hairdresser and she tried one on me. The glue she used, I didn't really care. I just, oh yeah, let's go for it. So that was the beginning of the end. It was just really bad. And as you know, you end up losing some confidence in trying some certain hairstyles, and it just wasn't great. And so yeah, I tried minoxidil last year, I think. Yeah, last year, then I stopped and I started looking into this, and I've been troubling my twin for forever really about it. And so finally I decided to go for it in September. I booked it with Longevita, and it was quite quick to book. The process really, the procedure would be you contact somebody on WhatsApp or the clinic, not the clinic specifically, Longevita on WhatsApp, and they ask you for your pictures of what your hair looks like now, to see what if you have a good donor area for wherever you need to, and what your hairline or what the affected area would look like. So I did that first, but before doing that actually, I decided to cut my hair off, everything. I just took my twin, she does all my wigs and all my extensions anyway. So I had a lovely bob on. I'll put a picture so you can see. And the bob was very lovely. And I think after that, I was just the thought of, you know, when you can't do a lot with your hairline anyway, and I have to still moisturize and do all of that. I was just irritated, and I just got so irritated by it all. So I took the cornrows out. I don't even think I took the cornrows out. I just used the scissors and I just went at it and I just kept cutting through it. And I ended up shaving my head bald. I'll put a picture of what it looked like a week after I shaved my head bald. Then after that, I sent the pictures again. I contacted Longevita earlier on, but I contacted them again, and they saw what it looked like. And then I did ask about what the hairline would look like, etc. And they said they could only go a few centimeters, I think. So I wasn't really bothered. I just wanted this bit filled in. So I will pop what my hairline looked like before I had the procedure, probably now. So you should see it now. Okay. And then afterwards, when I booked it for November, and I think altogether I paid 1,070. That was just for the hair transplant, so that wasn't including bills, the other bills. But I would probably take a snapshot now and pop it on here for you to see everything, how much, the breakdown of the costs that I took. So fast forward to going to Turkey, I went alone. I wouldn't recommend to go alone if you can. It's not the end of the world if you have to, but I went alone. My twin sister wasn't available and it was just too late, and I just wanted to get out of the way. So go to the airport. I did use British Airways, and when I got there, it was quite late. It was very late actually, maybe past 12 in the morning. So Longevita, you pay for like a taxi service, and when I got there, I didn't realize that it wasn't only me having a transplant. Obviously, you know, it isn't only you, but when I got there, there were quite a few of us. I could see my name all there. Okay. So we waited for a bit. It was a little bit cold actually. Obviously it's Istanbul, and I eventually go into this van looking Mercedes. I took a video of it as well, so I'll pop it here now, so you should be able to see that as well. And then once I was done, the next thing, we eventually got to the hotel. It isn't a 5-star hotel, it's Holiday Inn. Nothing wrong with Holiday Inn, but I was kicking myself a little bit because there was a Radisson Blu not too far away that I could have. It was Radisson Blu like 2 minutes away, no, 30 seconds away. So I could have easily booked there and probably have had a better experience. But again, it is what it is, it's not the end of the world. The idea was for me to go on Thursday night to do my transplant on Friday and to come back to the UK on Saturday. But British Airways, they cancelled my flight on Saturday. It wasn't, I found out way before then. So I had to rebook for Sunday. I didn't rebook, I just had to choose another flight that was coming back on Sunday. So that was what I did. And yeah, so when I got there, I checked into the hotel. I took a video of the hotel as well, of what you would expect. So you should see it now. And afterwards, yeah, I couldn't sleep because I got into bed around like maybe 2:30 after talking to my close friends and my family. And yeah, I got into bed around 3, slept, and then woke up. They will send you a message beforehand, I think that on the day, not on the day, the day before, to tell you, oh, the taxi is going to come and get you at this certain time, so please be ready, blah 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 blah. So I got ready, went for breakfast. I saw a guy that just had his transplant done. I was like, oh, exciting. And yeah, so did it. I had breakfast. Again, I think I took a video of what the breakfast was like. I was trying to be as exclusive and as accurate as I can be about the whole experience. So I took that, went to eat, and there was a taxi waiting. Now, I'm just going to be very straightforward. If Longevita should ask you to pay for, I think I paid for the service, the taxi service between the airport to the hotel. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. Again, this is not the end of the world, but it's just like, I don't know. I paid £80 for transfer between the hotel and the clinic. So that's 40. Yeah, I think I paid £80. Yeah. Now, don't pay £80. I know it's not like the biggest money ever, but don't pay £80. Probably just stick with telling them you'd get there yourself. It only took about 5-6 minutes. And when I asked how much that would be, I checked around. It was less than £5. So you can save yourself a lot of money. Don't pay for it. They will give you the excuse of, oh, if you pay for, there are lots of taxi shortages in Istanbul, so we would advise. It's a lie. Don't fall for it. But yeah, just a tick. But if you do want to go for it, I mean, if you go for it, the only good thing about it was at the end of it all, I was just ready for bed, and I could not be bothered. I wouldn't have been bothered to want to start getting a taxi, but I'm guessing you can book one at the hotel. Just check and see if £80 is worth saving or not. It's really up to you, but that was what I found out. But anyway, I got on the taxi, got there. I filled in this form. It was difficult because the receptionist didn't understand English, and we had to use this Google Translator at some point because she kept telling me to, I think she was asking me for some information that only the surgeon would know, and I was thinking, why are you asking me that? But anyway, I went there, I wore a wig, as you do, because I don't know why I bothered. But I got there, I wore a wig, and I could see people looking at me like, why is she, if she's got so much hair, then what's she doing here? But anyway, I knew what I was doing. Got there, sat down. I could see some people. I saw this lady. She was dark skin as well, so it was nice to see. She came with somebody. I think she had us done the day before, so I think they were just checking out. So it looked so nice, so that made me so excited, like, oh, okay, oh my god, mine is going to look amazing too, I was just really excited. And then after that, I sat down for a bit. I was losing patience. Like, okay, you told me to come at 1. What's happening? But anyway, I didn't know that I should have been more patient than that, because the other activities that unfolded was just painful. But okay, let me move on to it. So it was my turn, and the lovely nurse, I can't remember her name, she was so lovely. Oh, she was so sweet. She took my blood pressure. It was perfect. And I don't know why I didn't think this through. I didn't realize that they might need to, put some, because I needed to get some drip. So she kept the needle on, and then I screamed a little bit. I hate needles. I absolutely hate needles. I hate needles. Anything to do, I hate it. But anyway, she did that. I screamed a little bit. She was looking at me like, okay. And then I spoke to the surgeon and the translator, the lady that would translate for me. But the annoying thing is, when they say, oh yeah, you have a translator with you, they're not there all the time. It's a lie. No, they won't be with you all the time. No. But she was there when I needed her the most, I'm guessing. Well, maybe not the most, but anyway, she was there. She explained to the surgeon that, okay, so the surgeon just came to me. She was a lady, very lovely. She looked at me, and then she took a marker and then outlined my airline, what it would look like. So for some weird reason, she did it so well that I didn't feel the need to say, oh, can you push it forward? Because I think some other videos, some people already asked that if they can push it forward a little bit. But I didn't want my hairline to start from here, and I'm happy for different reasons, which I'll explain soon, why that wasn't the case. So the airline, she did just a quick schema of, okay, this is what it would look like, and this is where you're gonna get the donor area from. And I thought, okay, all right. So again, I started becoming excited, but then it was time to shave my head. So I shaved my head anyway in September. So I'll show you a video of what they were doing when they were shaving. Yeah, they were shaving, but I just wanted for you guys to see what it would look like. So my hair actually grew a fair bit, to be fair. And anyway, they shaved it all off, and then it became a lot more real that, oh my god, this is happening. And so after my head was shaved, so I sat down for a bit, and then they called me in. Now this is where it gets a little bit deep. They called me in, and there were quite a few of them. I think 2, a lady and another guy. The surgeon wasn't there. So what they did was, the outline that the surgeon did, they just made it a lot cleaner. And but I called the surgeon to make sure she was happy with what it looked like, and they gave me a mirror to make sure I was happy with what it looked like. And then this is where I didn't realize it would be that painful. This lovely lady, I can't remember her name, but I'll put a link on here. You should see our thumbnail. She also had hers done. Oh my god. Then they said, okay, so we're going to inject the local anesthetic now to your scalp. So as soon as I heard the word inject, I realized that it would have to do with needles. So I started shaking, and I started freaking out a little bit. And then they could see that I was freaking out a little bit. And they said, okay, are you okay? But the translator wasn't there. That pissed me off, to be fair, because I really wanted her to be there to tell them how much I didn't like it. But obviously they could tell by my reaction. So I said, okay, go for it. So what they did the back to begin with. So I had to face down. So when they started injecting my head, sorry, I'm raising my voice. I can just imagine. I can remember the emotions I was going through. Oh my god. They injected it, the first one. When they go in, it's not too bad. It's when they push the fluid up and then they have to come back out. That pain was excruciating for me. I hated every moment of it. Now, this is where I would have needed somebody that I knew that I could hold their hand and just... Anyway, I shouted a little bit, and I thought maybe it's just one. They'll just put one there. But then when you think about the anatomy of it all, I have a background in the medical sciences. But then it didn't make sense. I realized that they will need to do more. So they kept pulling it out, pushing it back in, pulling it out, pushing it back in. And that was when I lost the will to live. I started shouting, lots of swear words. It wasn't very ladylike. And lots of, I don't want to swear. I started shouting, and they were so lovely. The lady was like, she held onto my hand. I could squeeze it, and someone else was rubbing my back, and it was just, I think because my pain threshold, it was absolutely shocking. I don't have a good pain threshold for pain, even though I had new piercings done. I don't know, but yeah, my pain threshold is. They did that, and after a while, which I have to say, once they do all of the then it becomes numb. You can't feel anything, and then they then put more water in. So I don't know why they put the water in. They injected water, but I also had the drip as well. And then once that was done, then I got flipped to the front. No, that's a lie. Once that was done, then they started scraping something from the back of my head. So that's the donor area, obviously. But I couldn't feel the scraping because it was numb. I knew they were doing it, but I couldn't feel anything. It just kept scraping and scraping and scraping. That took a while. I was just like, oh my God. It took maybe over an hour or so of scraping or whatever. And I could realize that they were taking all of the follicles, the donor area that they wanted. They kept it to the side. And when they kept it to the side, I think after 2 hours or something, I started that from maybe 2. And the back ended around 4. I think 4:30 something like that. And then I got flipped to the front. I thought that pain was bad. The front was worse. Oh my God. You know, the back used to have a bit of flesh, and the nerve endings and everything, it's much more, I feel like there was a lot more in the front, and you know, see, it's all just bone, isn't it? So imagine them having to inject this bit. Like, what's there for you to inject? Like, I kept asking them questions, and they couldn't really answer. And then there was this guy that was like, don't worry, I've got butter fingers. You know, I'm known as the guy with the butter fingers. I'll make you a little bit better. It didn't really, but it was nice that I said that. The surgeon still wasn't there. No translator was there. And then I cried. I cried for the back anyway, but this time around, I cried. I was crying. I started feeling bad for myself. I started feeling so needy and just so, it was so painful. They did it all over. I think the thing that made it worse was because I just didn't want just this side. I needed I had all of this bit done. So if you're only having just a tiny bit done, or only a little bit of, that's okay. But because I was having all of this side done, I had to go through all of this pain, and it was excruciating. I hated every moment of it. It was painful. Okay, I'll calm down now. After all of that was done, they then injected water to the scalp or something, and then once that was done, my airline, because of how swollen it was, it then moved backwards. So even throughout all of this, I was still able to take a video for you guys so you can see what it looked like. My eyes looked like someone slapped me in the face because it was red. But I took a video. It's disgusting. So if you'd rather not watch it, I'll probably say skip it a little bit because not everybody can handle it. And once that was done, I'm trying to make sure this video isn't too long. Once that was done anyway, and they then gave me a break for me to eat because that was around 6. I think 5:30 to 6, I think around that time. So I went to eat. I would show you what they gave me for lunch or for dinner, if I would say. Whilst I was eating, a guy kept coming. One of the I think assistants or something kept coming. He was the one that did the injections, and he kept saying, "Oh yeah, you still eating? Okay, I only started 2 minutes ago." And he came back again. Hurry up so the local anesthetic would not, it wouldn't run out. I was thinking, how can it run out that quickly? Are you mad? But even though you know that that's not possible, because I've been through that much of pain, I just could not be bothered for them to inject anything else. So I rushed the food. The dessert didn't look like it was my cup of tea anyway. I just rushed the rice and the beef or gravy, whatever it was, ate it quickly. I was FaceTiming my twin and 2 other friends anyway, and they're like, oh my God, it's so swollen, oh, are you okay, oh God, anyway, ran back quickly, and that was when they started. So the surgeon came and she was like, don't move. stay where you are, don't move. So I was kept to a side. I stayed like this for a while. So she just kept doing like creating the incisions, the little incision. That took a while. She just kept going. So all of this bit, she did the incisions and everything. And then when it was really bloody, it was very, very bloody. I couldn't see all of the blood, but I knew it was bloody. But I couldn't take a video of that because I had to stay. I had to stay still, so I left it. I didn't do anything. And when that was done, I could see the graft that they took on the table somewhere. It was far away from me, but I was too nosy. I just wanted to see everything. So I saw it, and then it was now time, but I couldn't feel anything anyway. You could feel they were doing something, but the last bit really was when they had to insert the graft individually to your scalp, to the incisions that was made. So this took, I'd say 2 hours. Yeah, I think it took 2 hours or a bit more. And there were 3 people working on me, on my head, the Butterfingers and 2 other ladies. And it's a bit weird because they're talking their language and you can't really hear them. You don't understand what they're saying. I'm sure they're not talking about you or anything, but it was just a little bit unsettling. You know, it just feels a bit weird, but they were lovely. And after that, when they were taking it, so when they started doing the front, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try to take a video of what it looked like, so you would see what the insertions look like. It's disgusting, but I like things like that. If you've watched, if you've seen hip replacements done in the theatre and stuff, it's not a big deal. It's just blood. It's not the end of the world. I found it quite cool actually. I was like, okay, so this is what it looks like. But anyway, when that was done, all of that was done, and then they just hold you still, stay still, and then they bring you up slowly, and then they actually, I forgot to say, after they took all the graft, they then bandaged this bit. Once they bandaged this bit anyway, and then at the end of it all, you sit up very slowly. They gave me some really sweet glucose thing, I think, for energy, just so I don't pass out. And when that was done, what else did it do? I tried to take a picture of it. But when I kept trying to take a picture, I think because they're used to taking pictures with their clients, so everybody else then just popped in to take the picture with me. And I was thinking, all right then. So, yeah, I think we had 2 selfies. And I wasn't allowed to bed. I wasn't allowed to do anything. I could not move side. So even to wear my cloth, the nurse had to stay with me to make sure I put it on but they were so lovely. They were lovely, absolutely lovely. Very caring, and they were just lovely. Anyway, I left around maybe past 8 or something, and then I was walking very slowly, climbed the steps and then go into the car, and then they made sure I didn't bend my head somehow or whatever, because you can't move it too much because obviously everything is still delicate. So sleeping pattern, quickly, to sleep I had to put a towel around my neck, but if you have the traveling pillow, good to go. But I preferred the towel because it was uncomfortable, so that way I wouldn't bend or whatever. My head was still swollen. I'll take a picture of what it looked like. Yeah, or I'll show you a picture. I meant not take a picture. But yeah, once that was done anyway, so I was exhausted, so I went straight to bed. I could not even be bothered to do anything. No, I took a shower, obviously. But I made sure that I didn't move whilst I was taking a shower. I was like, So I didn't wash my hair, I didn't touch it at all. I just washed all the bleed that was bloody in my face, and I avoided that area completely. And going to bed, wrapped my head with 3 pillows at the back, a big round what's it called, towel, yeah, and I slept this way throughout the night with Netflix in front of me. So the following day I had another appointment for them to take it off. They took it off. I saw another. When you go back to the clinic the following day, they take the bandage off and then they wash it for you. So the washing, they don't really like scrub or anything. They just use the spritz. I'll put a video where they did that, and then they tidied it up, and that was it. And then you were told to go back to the hotel, and they just give you the shampoo, how you're going to use the shampoo, or how you use it 2 times, I think, once a day. You can't scrub, you can only apply it gently to the implantation area or implanted area, and leave it for 30 minutes, and then you have to spritz it. No, then you can't use a shower head for it. You have to use that. I used to use like a little bit of a small cup, and I poured the water once. I poured the water down, And I'll show a video as well of what it looked like when I was taking my graft off, the scabs off, because I took mine off, most of mine, on the 8th day. I felt comfortable to do so, and it was numb anyway. And what else is there? What else am I not sharing? Yeah, when I was going back to London, people were staring, but it was okay. I thought I rocked it. I just rocked it the way I could. I wasn't wearing makeup or anything, but it was fine. You could tell some people had some things done in Turkey, so it was okay. But I had the guy that also had it done the same day as me. He knew how much I was shouting. He said that it was painful as well, but he could hear me, which means everybody could hear me at the clinic when I was shouting. But it was fine, you know. But yeah, we were together throughout we were just there. It was just nice to just have someone to talk to. But when we go on the plane, obviously we're sitting differently, and yeah, got home and I still did the whole sleeping like a weirdo for like another week. And after that, yeah, you can't sleep on your side and everything. The washing, you know, having to wash it. But anyway, I'll probably do another video, maybe, if you guys want. I have to go now. But this is what it looks like. So there's something I did which was really silly, very silly. It doesn't look this dark. It's a lie. I added some, and my twin will kill me now because she's looking at me thinking, I told you not to do that. Yeah, she's doing this. I told you not to do that. I just wanted to try it, and nothing is going to happen to it. I added some fibers to it. Can you see? Just a tiny bit. That's why it looks a little bit darker. Because I don't want to wear a wig. You're not allowed to wear a wig for 6 months. I don't understand the justification for not wearing wigs for 6 months though, because as long as it's not too tight. But I'm not saying I'm gonna wear it. I'm just saying that's what they said. So this is what, let me turn around a little bit. This is what the donor area looks like. They did take a lot of graft from me, so it was about 3,000. Anyway, this is what the donor area looks like now. And this is what this bit looks like. So all of this bit was taken, and this bit is dark because this is the only bit that was left, to be fair. But this bit, yeah, just had a bit of fibers to it. But this is what my hairline looks like. I don't understand why this has this little bit. I did ask, why didn't you just add a bit more? But never mind, it's not the end of the world. It looks better than what it looked before, so I'm not gonna start complaining about things that I can no longer control. But yeah, so all of this bit, I'm trying to move in a little bit. I've got some pimples. Women would understand. It's that time of the. Anyway, can you see? I'm trying to move in as possible. So today is my 2 weeks post-op. I had the surgery done on Friday 2 weeks ago. So this is what it looks like. But the fibers makes it look a little bit darker than it is. It isn't. I'll explain about the scabs and things like that later. But right now I have to go. I didn't realize it was going to take this long to go through everything. It's 30 minutes long. So sorry it's this long. If you do have any questions, please let me know. I will be doing another video for anything that I've missed. But yeah, the main thing is I had 3,000 grafts taking, and yeah, this is what it looks like. But so if you feel like you want to do it, don't wait any longer, just go and do it. It's the best. I wish I did this earlier. I'm just praying to God that it would all turn out right, and in 3 months time I can see more hair. But yeah, I'm very happy I went for it. Don't go alone if you don't like pain. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.